two, one. Why does it still say give me a sec? Hold on. There we go. Okay. I'm up. Are you talking about manifesting while dealing with parents? Yo, I feel like let me give you some advice. So like, let's say if I want to like do something and I'm trying to do it, but my parents are letting me doing it, even though I'm moved. Let's just say I'm not moved, right? I feel like a lot of you guys don't understand that like you could just manifest that your parents change your mind. Like that's it's easy like that. Oh my gosh, thank you, Kay. Like I've made my parents change my mind on so much shit. Like so much shit. Kay, your video that you made, I think it was the one about the not looking at circumstances like as a problem or something like that. So good, amazing, beautiful, transcending the game, like amazing. Like it was so good. Your robotic affirmations work even if I'm repeating them without thinking. If you're assuming that whatever you're doing is working, it does not really matter what you do. I can say every time I take my water bottle and I do this, means that I have blah blah. And if I say that works, then it works. Nothing really works. I'm just applying meaning to everything. So if I keep doing this, I'm going to eventually get proof of whatever I'm manifesting, if that makes sense. Guys, is that like instead of like I used to, well, I don't want to say, I never really would tell people like, oh, don't robotically affirm. I would just say if you feel like you don't like doing that, you don't have to. Because a lot of people feel like they're obligated to robotically affirm and they have to, and it's just like a rule. No, it's not. You don't got to do that. You really don't. I'm gonna put my body on. It's cold. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna do a recorded live. Well, it's already recorded. And what time is it? It's 6:39. So around 7:20, I'm gonna get off, take me a little nap, wake up, take me a little shower, refresh myself, and see what's going on tonight. Is manifesting losing sight 6 inches possible, and how? Yes, because there's already a version of you that is 6 inches shorter. Have you moved into college yet? Yes, I have. I'm in my dorm and stuff. Help me understand, you don't have to believe people say it doesn't work because you don't believe. Some people have the story that they have to believe. Some people have the story that they don't have to believe. Everything is just your creation. So if you are making the rules to where you have to believe, you have to believe. If you're making the rules to where you don't have to believe, you don't have to believe. It's just the rules that you're setting for yourself. Yes, I got my own dorm. I'm currently waiting for hangers, and I think that's it. I don't even remember when the fuck the upperclassmen move in. I think it's tomorrow. I don't know. Or I think it's the 24th. I don't know. Yes, it is nice. Hi. I think they do. No. I don't know. Can I manifest with depression? Yes, you can. You don't also have to accept that you have depression. For me, and this is something I learned when I literally first started learning about this shit. I realized that depression only happens when you are like identified as the depressed person. Like if you are saying like, yeah, I'm depressed, like I have seasonal depression, what are you going to experience? You being a depressed person, you have seasonal depressed, blah, 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 things like that. So if you are continuing to say that I'm a depressed person, I'm experiencing depression, you're going to continue to experience depression. But once you get out of that and you realize, wait, that's just a story. I don't have to keep experiencing this. But I feel like the reason why I don't really talk about that much is because people are like, oh, you want me to ignore that I'm depressed? That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. How to manifest getting fast results. Do you have it now? Is there anything stopping you from getting it? That's another big thing that you guys have. A lot of you feel like there's something stopping you from getting what you want. There's a London account. That's me. I hope that's me. If it says London Laurent, Is that what it's called? Girl, I'm recording, so I really cannot go tell. But if it's the one in my bio, then that's me. Because I think I updated it. Yeah. Hey, so when I manifest, I say I already have it. Act like lender. Oh yeah, that's me. Don't worry. So when I manifest, I say I already have it and act like it. It act like it. By act like it, I mean I don't worry about it. When I don't, well, I really don't like the phrase "act like it." It's more of like not trying to get it, it's not trying to make it happen because it's like it has to happen. Like you have to experience it no matter what, right? That's kind of the way I move about it. I'm not really with the whole act as if all that. Hey, so when I manifest, I say I already have it, already read that. But I fear I don't get my desires because I always have doubts. Who's saying your doubts matter? Yeah. That's just your creation. That's just the rules you've set for yourself. So you have to experience that. How do I stop down in the 3D and being impatient? Who's saying you're impatient? And what do you mean by doubting the 3D? Like doubting it's gonna happen? Your doubts don't matter. A lot of the things y'all say matter don't matter. Like they don't. Like you're just saying they matter, so you have to experience them mattering. Like the only thing that like y'all. Okay. Everybody, if you're asking a question, delete it. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. If you want to manifest anything fast, manifest anything quickly, the only thing you need to do is understand you're a clean slate right now. Nothing is holding you back from getting anything at this very moment, right? So who are you? What are you choosing to experience? Do you manifest fast? Do you manifest slow? Who are you dating? Who are you with? Who likes you? Who doesn't like you? Things like that. Are you loved? Are you chosen? Are you prioritized? Da, 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 da. You want to manifest an SP. All you have to do is make the decision. My SP wants to be with me. They want me. They're pursuing me at this very second. They want me. That's just a story that you have to see truth in. That's it. It's not about believing that that's actually happening at this very second. It's about understanding that since everything outside of you is just there because you perceived it to be true, you had the assumption that that thing could exist or that thing can happen, then the only thing you need to do to make anything happen is just to tell yourself, oh, it's going to happen. It has to happen. Or I already have it. It doesn't matter how you say it. After that, just stick to that being true despite what you see. That's where y'all fuck up because y'all hear that and you're like, okay, but my SP's doing, stick to it being true despite what you see. But my SP said, stick to it being true despite what you see. Despite what you see. Despite what you see. Oh, but my thoughts, your thoughts don't matter. Oh, but I keep doubting. Your doubts don't matter. Who is saying any of those things matter? Do you think that successful people never doubted their life, a day in their life? Like you think they never had a doubt? I have doubts. Everybody has doubts. You're human. You're having a human experience. You're human. You're going to have human emotions, human reactions, human traits. You're going to have doubts. Those are going to be there. Negative thoughts are going to be there. They're going to be there. The ego is going to be there. The ego is attached to the 3D. The ego is looking at the 3D, giving you thoughts based off what is going on outside of you. Of course, it's going to try to convince you it's not here because it's looking outside and seeing it's not here. But you understand how reality works. You understand that the only thing you need to do to make anything happen is to continue to see truth in it being true despite what you see. So why the fuck are you listening to the ego? If the thing that you're trying to manifest away came from you as well. You don't have to ignore the fact that it's not here yet. It's not about ignoring it. It's about acknowledging it and be like, you know what? I can notice that this thing is not in my possession. It's not in my reality. That's okay because I already decided that that thing has to happen. So who cares? Tarot readings are just readings. It's like they're coming to you and you have the way I look at readings. I would get a reading and I have the what's the word? I have the power to either accept it or deny it. That's how I look at readings. Well, when I look at the 3D and don't see anything, I just say, no, I'm someone who has it exactly. Because you're sticking to it being true despite what you see. Also, here's for the feeling people. Y'all, just because it doesn't feel like it's working does not mean it's not working. Who said it has to feel like it's working? Who said that? Why are we equating emotions and feelings to it working or not? How can I manifest anything when I sit 24/7 at home? Who's saying you sitting 24/7 at home is stopping anything? I manifested a lot of things last night and yesterday by just sitting in my bed. I'm manifesting health and got high. It's just that the opposite. Should I still persist? Are you looking at it as like a definite opposite? Like this is what's true for me? Or are you looking at it as like this is just something that appear in my awareness? I don't have to accept it because I know this is something that I used to identify with. But that doesn't mean you're going to ignore that you have hives, obviously. But it's just more of understanding that this is just not you. You don't have to identify with having hives. You don't have to be someone who's unhealthy just because you're experiencing something. I can be identified as healthy and I can get sick. That doesn't mean I'm not healthy. I just got sick. Yeah, I'm recording it. I manifested like I decided to mine and don't worry about it and stick to my identity. Is that good? Exactly. It's a waste of time to get tarot readings. I don't want to say it's not. I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but like you shouldn't be depending on a reading to like tell you who you are because you know who you are. It's only you saying who you are. That reading is just going to reflect you. But if you're sitting there trying to get validation from a reading, it's going to end up telling you like, oh, like da-da-da-da-da. It's going to most likely give you something you don't like because you're looking for validation. If that makes sense. I can't watch this one, but I hope you have a good day. Oh, it's fine. Thank you. And I hope you have a good day too. Yes, y'all moved into my dorm. Do you believe in full moons and lion gates? Not really. Sometimes when there's a full moon, I'll tell myself something fun is going to happen. Hold on, I want to answer a question I saw. What made you get into LOA? For me, it was just because it popped up on my For You page and I was really intrigued in it. So I started learning about it and I realized I could just manifest things and I wanted my ex back. Realized I didn't really want my ex back and stopped doing that. When I started manifesting, I realized I manifested everything in my life before it was a thing. Before I knew it was a thing. Exactly. If you're manifesting someone loves you, it would become clear to you in your reality. Exactly. Unless, like, if you have the story of, oh, somebody can love me, but or maybe they're just not acting on it. That's what you have to experience. You just have to get proof of that. Over and over again. But y'all, I've been, like, so busy. Like, the only free time I have, I go live, or I take a nap, or I go outside. But it's just like I'm just still trying to figure out how my schedule is gonna work once actual college starts. What am I gonna do for Halloween? I don't even know. What would you do if you care about seeing the reflection in reality? If you already hold on, what would you do if you care about seeing it doesn't matter if you care or not. It doesn't matter if you really want it, if you really need it, if you those emotions have no pull, no weight, no power, no meaning. They're just there. Y'all are giving meaningless things meaning, and it's keeping you stuck. How to speed up your manifestations? Who's saying that you need to speed it up? I thought you had it. You trying to speed it up is basically you saying that it's coming in very slow. So how do you slow down and not give it meaning? By understanding that the only thing that matters is you telling yourself that it has to happen or it's already here. So anything else, you crying about it, you caring about it, you thinking about it, you worrying about it, doesn't have meaning. You can literally, when those feelings arise, you can just be like, oh, that doesn't matter. Like, even though like I care about this person so much and I really am missing this person, I know they have to be with me. So me having this emotion in this moment means nothing, doesn't have any power. It's just an emotion. It's not about believing what you say either. You stick to your decision regardless of the 3D circumstances, feelings, emotions, thoughts, period. Exactly. That's literally it. I blocked my SB because he's just showing up like I want him to. Now I feel better. Should I unblock? Who's saying you have to unblock him? You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To the person that I just invited, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Why do I keep do I hate TikTok? Oh, like girl, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just clicking on your thing because you looked pretty. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it now. Okay, yeah, you do. You do look very pretty. That's all I was trying to see. How can you get more comfortable sticking to your decision regardless of the 3D circumstances? Because those circumstances are just your creation. So you trying to manifest this good thing is no different from that bad, no different from that bad thing. If I'm manifesting that somebody wants to be with me, even though they, let's say, they only want to use me for my body, whatever. Let's say I want to say somebody wants to be with me only, even though they only like see me in a lustful way. And let's say I tell myself, oh yeah, he wants to be with me, and he texts me up. He texts me late at night and says, oh, can you come over so we can da 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 da. I can go. I can do what I want to do. But let's say I get really upset about that. I'm like, damn, I thought I said he wants to be with me. What the fuck is going on? I could take myself, I could take a step back and be like, wait, okay, this doesn't mean that this is final. Like, this is not like the end of a period. Fuck. Why can I not talk? This is not like the period of the end of the sentence. So just because he's showing up in a certain way at this very moment doesn't mean that my decision does not have power over how he's showing up. So you have to think in perspective, like things like you have to look it through that lens. Exactly. Like, you don't have to sit there and try to ignore the way he's showing up. You don't have to sit there and try to ignore your circumstances, but it's about acknowledging them and be like, wait, okay, this is not final though. This is not my truth. I still have what I want. When would you recommend somebody get the manifest for you? Honestly, if you just want to boost in your manifestation, that's what I would suggest it for. My SP broke up. He said he's not in love with me and told me he's bi. I don't know if I changed him. What is there to change when there's already a version of him that exists that's exactly how you want him to be? Stop trying to change people. It's going to keep you stuck. That's the biggest thing that's helped me about SPs. Understanding that there's a version of them that I want, there's a version of them that I don't want. If I'm experiencing something that I don't like about my SP, that's just the version of him I don't want. I'm not going to try to change him. Instead, I understand that I'm experiencing a certain version. That doesn't mean I'm never going to experience a different version. So if I'm telling myself I'm experiencing somebody who wants to be with me, just because I'm experiencing somebody who doesn't want to be with me does not mean that this is just final. Like, this is just my truth. Like, this is just like the end of the story. No. Can you please make more videos on the icky feeling you get after deciding because it's 130? Most definitely. I don't mind doing that. My bad, y'all. I had to go look at what my friend just sent me. When did you realize it was manifestation and not a coincidence? Um, when actually it took me a while because there were multiple things I manifested. I was like, maybe that thing was just meant to happen because how come this thing that I really want to happen isn't working? And I realized, wait, that's just a story. Shut the fuck up. Y'all, like, here's the thing. Like, this is what you guys have to understand. Like, let's play into Christianity for a second. You're God, right? I'm not saying that you're actually God. Let's just say you're God at this very moment. So do you guys think when God is telling somebody that's on earth, like, hey, you are going to be rich, even though you are broke, homeless, and living in the streets, you're going to be rich. You just have to have faith in me. Do you think that homeless person is just going to turn around and be like, oh my gosh, yes, I have faith in you? No, because they're experiencing them being broke and dirt poor at that very moment. So even though they could be like, yes, I have faith in God, but like, they're not trying to ignore that they're broken rich. They're still upset about that, right? So when you decide that you have something, and your ego so focused on what's going on in the 3D, You're not gonna be chip, chip, cheerio all the fucking time. You're not. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna be ecstatic because you're still experiencing that unfavorable thing. But at the end of the day, just because you have that emotion does not mean that you're never gonna have it. Does not mean that you're doing something wrong. You can have that emotion, you can have that feeling and still understand, I decided that I have this, so none of this shit even matters. Yes, you can manifest back while being religious. How do I get my manifestation? How do I make my manifestation rules that I get my desires in 2 days? You get your desire in 2 days. Why can't that just be the rule? How it's to manifest on time, like a time crunch where you see manifestation in 3D on time. And see your manifestation in the 3D on time, decide. I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say. Is manifestation all about be stress-free and decide and leave it for the universe? No, not really. You can look at it like that. But for me, the way I look at it, it's more of I'm only ever experiencing myself. I'm only ever experiencing the things I claim to be true about me, the world, people I meet, things like that. So look at it as like a programming, right? You can only experience yourself. So if I want to experience anything else, I just have to change the way I view a certain thing. If I want to experience me and this boy being together, I just have to change my story around me and this boy's relationship dynamic. If I want to experience more money, I just have to change the way I view money. Oh, I make money every day. I make more than enough money. I always have more than enough money. When I need money, I have it. When I want money, I have it. Da, 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 da. If I want to experience living in a certain state, I live in that state. I'm just assuming that I live in that state. Like that's just who I am. If I feel like I can't manifest and I want to be able to manifest, changing the way I view manifestation. Manifestation is easy for me. Da, 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 da. You can only experience you, y'all. You can only experience you. That's what you can only experience you means. It's like a program. It's like programming. It's like a software. Things can only align. How would you manifest views and likes on TikTok? You're a viral content creator. People love your videos. People love watching you. People are addicted to your videos. I've been deciding the whole summer for friends, and I'm so lonely, but summer is over. Oh, my bad. My head is like really itchy right now. Yo, can I be real? As somebody, well, actually, no. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get right back to that question. I'm gonna get to this person right here. So, do we need to affirm? In the sense of, do you need to affirm to bring something in? No. Can you affirm if you want to? Yes. Do affirmations actually do anything? No. They're just there. It's about what you see truth in. Back to that person. I've been in the same place where I feel like I've just been deciding this is true and it's just not happening. Da, 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 da. Whole time, and this is what a lot of you guys do. I would tell myself I have it. And then I would look outside of myself. Well, no, I would even look outside myself. The ego would look outside of myself, outside of itself, and I'm like, damn, it's not here yet. Give me those thoughts. I would feed into those thoughts. Damn, it's not here. Now I'm back to it not being here. Then the next day, it's like a repeat of that. Y'all, it's the same way how a lot of people were about to affirm for like, let's say they'll do a saturation session for like 30 minutes and they'll affirm, I have it. And as soon as that saturation session is done, they look outside of themselves. It's not here. Now they're feeding into that story. Now they're seeing truth in that story. And they're wondering why nothing is happening. Well, you keep seeing truth in two different things. What do you think is going to happen? The story you're seeing truth in that you've been experiencing. How you should be going about it. But thoughts don't matter, or it's just because you gave them power. Because you gave them power. How you should be going about it is you decide you have it. Cool, whatever. Let's say you're going about your day, your ego is looking outside of itself. You're like, and the ego's like, damn, it's still not here. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Da, 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 da. You get those thoughts. You're like, okay, those thoughts don't matter. I don't care. I still have it. It has to be mine. It has to happen. Da, 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 da. You're still sticking true to that story while having those thoughts. So how do I stay disciplined in deciding? Doing what I just said. The thing is, it's not even about being fully focused and just in the feeling of the knowing of having that story. But like, there is a difference between you telling yourself you have it, you having negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative doubts, you having those things, but still sticking to having it. Compared to you telling yourself you have it and you're just like, damn, it's still not here yet. I must be doing something wrong. Let me go access. Let me go look on TikTok for this video. Let me go search a new method. Let me go search up a new method. Let me go figure out what I'm doing wrong. Let me go figure out what blockages and limiting beliefs I have. Let me go try harder. You either have it or you don't. So if you have it for 2 hours of the day, but don't for the rest of the day, and then that's dominant. Exactly. Exactly. Even though I'm not really, because I feel like every time I even say the word dominant, people think of dominant thought because of what's the name. But it does have some truth in it. No shade. Like if you are constantly being this person who does not have what you want, but as soon as like you're like, damn, let me get out this funk, and you say you have it for like an hour or two, then you go right back to not having it. What do you think is going to happen? Does self-concept exist? Self-concept is just a manifestation. It's just a manifestation. Like it's not this big amazing thing. It's just you manifesting a certain aspect of your life. It can be a big amazing thing, but people look at it as like self-concept is like a magic key that you have to work on for a month in order to get anything, which is not true. I have it and then I keep checking. I need to stop. The thing is, it's not even the action of you checking that if it's here yet. That's not the bad name because that's rooted in ego, right? It's about you checking and then you saying you're doing something wrong, or you equating to it not being here to meaning, oh, I'm doing something wrong. I didn't decide correctly. I don't know what I'm doing. I cannot manifest. You get what I'm trying to say? You guys would see something outside of yourself that equates to you not having it, and you would build a negative story that contradicts what you have. It's not about the action. It's not about you even checking the 3D. It's about the story you build off you checking the 3D. I could check the 3D all day, all night. If I'm saying I have 10K in my account, let's say I check my bank account every day for the 10K, and every time I check, I'm like, wait, no, it doesn't matter because I already have it. Compared to me checking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I must be doing something wrong. It's not what you do; it's the story. If you say you're doing wrong and it's taken long, boom, you just manifested that exactly. You have to get proof of what you deem is true. You have to. Like, how do you manifest something on time crunch? What to do if it didn't materialize when decided? If you are constantly saying that you can't manifest on a time crunch, and you're constantly saying, damn, every time I manifest on a time crunch it's not working, how do I manifest on a time crunch? You're creating that you can't manifest on a time crunch. So do doubts slow it down? Not necessarily. Is you having actually, fuck that. Here's the thing, y'all. If you want to manifest easily, please stop saying your doubts matter. Please stop saying your emotions matter. Please stop saying your thoughts matter. Please stop saying you checking the 3D matters. Please stop saying you not having a regulated nervous system matter. Please stop saying your subconscious matters. Please stop saying those things matter because those are just limiting. You're holding yourself back. So if you're saying that your doubts matter, you have to get proof of your doubts mattering. If you say they don't, then they don't. I don't do stats because I do not have to get something ingrained in my brain for me to manifest it. I can say something once and literally forget about it, and it can still happen. I have a meeting with my counselor tomorrow about graduating early. I'm so nervous. I have been affirming now. Well, you're graduating early, so it doesn't matter. What's sats? It's like before you go to bed, you're looping something in your head. It's like I look at it as like saturation, but like as you're going to bed. I don't really see the reason for it. I can say something happened and forget about it. It's still happening exactly. What is your favorite technique for manifesting? I don't have one. But the thing is, like, I get scared every time I say I don't do techniques because there are a lot of people who don't understand that just because I don't do them does not mean that I look at you crazy for doing them. I don't care if you do them. They're just not my preferred thing. Do you have to detach from it? From the sense of, do you have to forget about it and not think about it and not care about it? No, you don't have to detach. But detach in the sense of, oh, stop trying to get it. Stop trying to figure out what's wrong. Stop trying to fix a problem that's not even existing. Yeah. So can I just decide on with my desired version of him? Exactly. So if every day you wake up and you keep experiencing this version of him that you just don't want to experience anymore, you're like, damn, he's so weird and annoying and a loser. I don't like this version of him. But you're like, okay, I could just decide I'm with a whole different version. And I can say, he's exactly how I want him to be. And you're sticking to that being true because there is already a version of him that exists. Non-dually I am versus LOA, what's your preference? For me, I was saying that like I feel like a mix, but I feel like my teaching, even if you go through my page, you scroll from the bottom to the top, you can tell I'm drifting more to that non-duality side. That's what Ellie teaches? Yeah. My bad, y'all. I had swiped out the app because I wanted to see what my friend um said. Sometimes when I decide, I say I already have it and forget about it. But just saying you can't forget. You can forget. I've forgotten about how many things I manifested a scholarship and I forgot I manifested it. When I decided low-key works, but I struggle with staying it, and it fades after a few days back to zero. Because you're looking at staying with it, you're looking at it being okay. So this is another issue for you guys. When you decide, you're like, oh my gosh, yes, like this is what's true. I just decided, yes, and then it just the emotion fades away because why? The ego is looking at the 3D and it's looking at the opposite or the lack of your desire. So it's giving you emotions and thoughts of it not being here. So of course you're not going to have that same pumped up adrenaline filled feeling when you first decided. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just the lack of a good feeling. Do you have it or not? Low key, a lot of reasons why a lot of people are stuck is because of the rules that they've set for themselves that don't even exist. Oh, I have to stay in the this feeling of being fulfilled and deciding. I have to stay in the knowing of the feeling of the knowing. I have to decide every day. I have to not forget. I have to think about it constantly. I have to keep a dominant thought. I have to listen to the sub. I can't listen to a different sub. I have to stick to 3 affirmations. If I do more than 3, it's not gonna work. I cannot look into 3D because if I even look into 3D, all of a sudden it's not working. Da, 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 da. I can't tell anybody about my manifestation because if I tell anybody, it's not gonna work. Da, 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 da. Like, girl, y'all are keeping yourself stuck. Y'all are. Have you ever tried the list method? I mean, you writing a bunch of things and saying that all this is going to come true is perfectly fine. You can if you want to, but I've done that too in the past. I haven't done it in a while. I've been able to manifest so much with deciding, but I can't get it with friends. Like, what's wrong? Who is saying that you cannot manifest friends? At this very moment, none of your past exists. The only moment that exists now is what you're telling yourself is true. So if you're constantly going to say, I cannot manifest my friends, you can't, because that's the story you're seeing truth in at this very moment. You're bringing in the past moment into the present. Who is saying that your past is not a dream? It sounds easy, but it isn't. Who's saying it isn't easy? You. So it's not going to be easy. I've been in that space where I felt like it sounded easy. I can explain it to anybody, but as soon as I tried to apply it to my own life, it did not feel easy. So I equated it to it not being easy. So I experienced it not being easy. Everything is just perception. But y'all, I'm about to get off because it's about to be 7:15, and I do got a nap schedule. Because if I take my nap and I wake up at a certain time, I'm gonna be ready for. I've been manifesting that something fun is. I'm gonna do something fun tonight, so I'm gonna try to take a nap so I can be refreshed for that. So I'm gonna talk to y'all later though. I do have my Discord in my bio. It should still be working. I'm pretty sure it's working. I do have a sale going on for some of my things. Not everything is on sale. Not everything. Some things are on sale. Soon I will be opening a bundle where like you can book a call and coaching. So let's say if you book coaching and a call, that's like we'll just start off with the call and then we will begin coaching the next day. So let's say like the call will be scheduled for like a Sunday and then the coaching will start Monday. I don't really know when I'm gonna do that, but soon. Once I figure out my schedule for college, I'll do that. But I'll probably go on live tomorrow. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do daily lives, but no shade, I'll have time. So bye bye, y'all.